Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
Is Betty Broderick out of prison? That's the question many people are still asking about one of the most infamous true crime cases in American history. The short answer is no, she is not. Betty Broderick remains incarcerated, and it's unlikely she will be released anytime soon. For those who don't know the story, Betty was a wealthy Southern California socialite whose seemingly perfect life fell apart in a very public and violent way. Her husband, Dan Broderick, a successful medical malpractice attorney, left her for his much younger legal assistant, Linda Kolkena. The divorce that followed was incredibly bitter and drawn out. Betty felt betrayed and legally outmaneuvered by her powerful ex-husband. Her frustration escalated into a pattern of harassment, including vandalism, obscene phone messages, and even driving her car into the front door of Dan and Linda's new home. This all came to a horrifying end on the morning of November 5, 1989. Betty used a key she had taken from her daughter to enter her ex-husband's home, where she shot and killed both Dan and his new wife, Linda, as they slept in their bed. After two highly publicized trials, with the first ending in a hung jury, Betty was convicted in 1991 of 2 counts of second-degree murder. She was sentenced to 32 years to life in prison. So, why is she still behind bars after all this time? It all comes down to her parole hearings. Her first chance at parole was in 2010. She was denied. The parole board said she showed no remorse and still refused to accept full responsibility for her crimes, continuing to portray herself as the victim. Her next hearing was in 2017, and again, she was unanimously denied parole. The board was even more direct this time, stating she still hadn't developed insight into what caused her to commit murder. They noted she had not changed her story or her attitude in nearly 3 decades. Because of that denial, her next parole eligibility date was set for 15 years later, in 2032. However, she has since waived her right to more recent hearings, pushing the date even further into the future. Today, Betty Broderick is in her 70s and remains an inmate at the California Institution for Women. Her story has been the subject of TV movies and, more recently, the second season of the series Dirty John. The case continues to fascinate the public, sparking debates about whether she was a cold-blooded killer or a victim pushed to the brink. But the legal system has made its decision clear. To answer the question one last time, no, Betty Broderick is not out of prison, and she will not be eligible for parole again for many years. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more true crime updates.